My thing didn't work. My thing didn't work. All right, there we go. So, what's happening? How you guys doing today? I want you to know I had a nice sleep. I feel 10 times better than I did yesterday. I think I slept like 9 hours, but I heard I missed a whole shitload of drama. So, a couple things I just want to get out before we even start, because there's so much to say about Chris Watts. Hey guys, hey Em, hey Long Island girl, hey Ann, hey Steph. Thanks NYC. Yeah, lots of drama. Lots of drama. Hey Republican Ash. I needed sleep. Because of the other night, I was literally up like 48 hours. That's why I usually don't do collabs like on during the week, because I know it could go for hours. Thanks Reality Bites. I can't believe there's like 4 thumbs down. I haven't even started yet. Like, geesh. Hey, Sleepless. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Joanna, Andrea. I'm going to get into all that. Republican. Hey, Herbie Herb. So you guys might hear the dogs bark, because that's why I usually don't do like lives during the day. Because the dogs are crazy. They bark, they come in, they come out. You know how it is. So one thing I will, Kanadra Mod, what's up, figure skating? One thing I do want to get off, like right off the bat. So Dirk Diggler, if you listen to the live from yesterday afternoon, you can hear how this transpired. It was so like nonchalant and not all dramatic. But he took it upon himself to, now he's going to bash me. He went on Molly's side. He's going around to every single person I know. It's really kind of scary that he's like hitting like stalker obsessive, saying shit that's not true. But I mean, when people have nothing, they lie. But if anyone wants to hear what started it, because I keep getting text messages and everything saying, he said this, he said that. I don't even care. Like, I really don't. He has zero power. Thinks he's going to shut down my channels. Newsflash, I'm not illegal on the other channel. He thinks I have strikes. I have 0 strikes. Like, clueless. So, whatever. Do what you got to do, Dirk. I really don't care. I'm totally prepared for him to come in. He is on a mission. I'm totally prepared for him to come in here under different names. Go under everyone else a different name. So, if you see my... NYC, I agree. He's like, he has become obnoxious and obsessed. And Dirk Diggler is one of his names. But he's really become obnoxious. Welcome, Dana. Everyone's been emailing me, Valerie. Everyone's like, what's going on? Why I thought he was your friend, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I don't even really want to give him credibility. I could care less. But I just want to let everybody know that if you see him, or if you see a random stranger just bashing me out of nowhere, it's probably him. Someone with a brand new account. I fully expect his trolls in here. I don't know how long it'll take for him to disappear, but if anyone wants to see what even started it, it's right all on the live yesterday. I never yelled at him. I never bitched at him. It was ridiculous. Everyone in my Making a Murderer group told him that too. They're like, Dirk, you're retarded. Like, what are you doing? Like, oh, she yelled at you and now you're starting this war? Like, it's so dumb. So, what do you use for your screen? No, I have to get Zoom. I keep saying I'm going to get it. And I keep getting backtracked. So the other thing I want to say is, Miss Molly Golightly, I must really, really intimidate her. Because now she's going on this rant. I have like 12... I've had 12 run-ins, or not run-ins, 12 arrests with the police. If she ever says that again, I want anyone to tell her, really, Marissa, can you show us? Because that's not true. And I don't even think I have 12 traffic tickets in my life, let alone 12 arrests. So I just thought it was really funny that she is so intimidated that she has to lie now. And I just think it's funny. Like, and then she went on this kick about how the other night what we did, that we planned this and we hired people to come on there and say this. And I was sitting there going, can you be fucking more stupid? Like, you can't be any dumber than this. You just can't. Like, why would you think we're conspiring against you? You weren't even the topic. Like, my issue was with you because it was me. You know, like, I had an issue with you. But for you to turn around and, like, now you're making up shit, that's kind of sad. So, and I also want to say, I know I've said this before, I don't want anyone to take when I say the word retarded, like, wrong. It's a New York thing. I apologize. I don't mean to do it. It's 48 years of habit doing it. So I know it offends some people. I don't want it to. It's just, it's one of those things. I can't seem to stop. So I just want to put that out there. No, Carolina, I agree. She's not that important, but she's making herself important. No, she's not Dirk Diggler. That's a good one, though, Blaze. I like that. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, it's just I know some people get really, really offended by it, and it's so hard to break the habit. When I consciously think about it, I don't do it, but it's just hard. Like when, you know, it's habit, and then you say it, and you're like, shit, I don't want to offend anyone. So we're gonna get to all that, Sleepless. Oh, please. She knew the whole thing, but I couldn't believe that she was sitting there. Whiskey, we're talking about Molly from what I heard last night. That she's sitting there acting like, you know, I care about her so much that me, Makeup Mobster, like, and Mandy, like, conspired against her and set up this whole show. And I'm like, and I'm sitting there listening, watching people in the chat, and I'm going, how could people believe this? Like, I have never, conspired against anybody. Like, this is so dumb. But I know she's triggered by me. That's what I'm saying. She is so insecure about me, and I don't know why. Need a break from murder channels. Hey, Jillian. She is extremely insecure. And just when somebody has to seriously lie about you, there's a problem. Like, I could think of 100,000 things I would not need to say about her to lie about her, but when you really have to make up shit about somebody, you know there's a problem. Like, it's just ridiculous to me. She's blocked all of us. I know. Anyone that mentioned my name the other night was done. Blocked forever. I don't know, Miss White. It's just, I don't know what she's so intimidated by. Do blondes have big boobs? No. I never go out to know if blondes have more fun anymore. Did you get my Facebook message? I did, K Mello. I was out cold yesterday. Like, I was so tired. You know, and that's something else that somebody had said to me today, but as I segue into Chris Watts' thing, is that she was so close with Frankie. She was so close with the Ruzaks. Why didn't she call them and say, is Kay's rumor true? Why is she waiting for Dr. Phil? I kind of found that interesting. I'm like, wow, she must have had some blowout with them. Like, literally some blowout. Marissa says Triple D's 36. I would believe that, Ash. Do you know why, Laura? Do I know why they had a big blowout? I know it was something over money, but oh, it is all over money? What you call it? And that's why I'm like, you know what? Something is just not right, you know? Dear Carter, if I find out you're who I think you are, you're out. So If you want to watch from a distance. She says because the family had an exclusive deal with Dr. Phil, they don't talk to her about the details. Yeah, okay. Well, Kay got them, so they talked to somebody. So let me all say, anyone that's followed me for the last 2 days saw that I kept changing the cover. So I'll be honest, I did not think that Kay's guests were real. I really didn't. And everyone knows it. Like, I didn't think they were real. I'm like, this is such a joke. It's not going to be right. And so I changed it because I looked at the media. You know, I was joking around originally when I said my inside sources. My inside source was People Magazine. People Magazine had said that that the kids were killed at the house. So I automatically went with that. I'm like, you know what? They're not reliable. I was like, in this instance, I would actually believe more of People Magazine. So then it comes out that Kay's guests were right because we all saw Dr. Phil this morning. Is there anyone in here who did not see Dr. Phil today? I know my Patreons did. Hey, Phoebe. Because I know that Sarah and Dippity, she posted the Dr. Phil. A lot of people posted it. Yeah, you can see it online. A couple of people posted it. I could send you the link after, because obviously we're not going to watch it on my show. You don't have a TV. I can actually, all right, I can play it later on the same way I saw Making a Murderer. I can't do it now. Hey, Romad. I can't do it now because I can't do it while I'm live, obviously. But for anyone who, like, doesn't have access to a TV or anything, you can see it on YouTube. I know Sarah Ann Dipperty, who's in these groups and stuff, she has it posted. It was really upsetting. But what I haven't seen it. You can get it at 4, but you can see it right after this live. But YouTube will block you. No, that's why I won't play it. I didn't post it. Somebody else posted it. Just if you just do your makeup, don't watch the very, very end. You will cry. Promise. Guaranteed. So, yeah, Dr. Phil always has a lot of commercials. That's what sucks. So here's the thing. Going back to Kay for a second. You guys all know I had this big debate with Kay. And one thing I will give Kay credit for, unlike Mensa, Kay will not apologize for saying that, you know, now she's saying that she never said Chris killed, that Shanann killed the girls. And I'm sitting there going, we just fought about this the other day, but okay, I'll let her have it. But she has really owned up to the fact and taken it in, okay, I was wrong. She won't admit it, but she's, you know, not coming up with these crazy theories how he might be lying. Like, she owns it. Like, okay, I was wrong. And I respect that about her. So I respect that about you, Kay, that you are owning it. Mensa, on the other hand, I heard is coming up with more ridiculous theories because she just can't accept it. So it drives me nuts. Thank you, Mario. Yeah, Sarah and Dippity. And I just couldn't believe that she was right, honestly. Like, I couldn't believe that Kay's guests were right. So when I saw the Dr. Phil this morning, I was like, oops, better change my title again. So, hey, Michelle. So if you guys have heard about it, but you don't know what actually happened, according to, now this is where it gets sketchy. According to her family, this lawyer that was on did not sit down and speak to Chris. This was all heard through the family. So I have like so many different things to think about like this. Like, some of the people that know me from August are going to be like, did you really just say that? So according to mom, I forgot her name all of a sudden. Shanann's mom, this is what Chris said in an interview. So this is all third party. That Bella was awake and alive through the whole thing. She was the last one to kill. She was like, Daddy, please don't do to me what you did to Cece, which it just gave me chills throughout my body. Like, I can't even imagine killing your kid after that. It killed Shanann. The girls were still alive. Drove to the oil tanks. Then he killed Cece, I guess, in front of Bella. Now, let me just say this. It sounds too over the top. And Amanda's probably sitting there, is she really just say that? And the reason I say that, just hear me out. The reason I say that is not that I don't want to believe, because I was like, a few people in here can tell you, I was like one of the first people to say this man is a fucking psychopath. There's no questions asked. Like Amanda knows, Tara knows. I started a whole group over conspiracies of the Chris Watts theory because I couldn't believe what people are coming up with. Like, yeah, it's that cut and dry. Even though Chris can never get out, I don't know, because none of the people that were talking actually spoke to Chris. It's all coming from Shanann's family. And I'm not saying Shanann's family's lying. Looking at Chris's personality, looking at who Chris was, I just can't see that scenario. I don't know why. I just can't. And it was definitely premeditated. I'm not saying no. And Carolina, you might be right. It may be just hard for me to fathom that your little girl is saying, Daddy, don't kill me. And why would you kill her sister in front of her? Like, I just can't. Came out, it's all a lie. He said he smothered Cece with a blanket, yet not fibers in her lungs. Okay. When you think it was worse, it has just gotten worse. Exactly, Bellamy. You know, and I don't know. I'm like so confused on this because something in my gut is telling me that the Ruseriks, I don't know why I can't pronounce names today. I'll say Shanann's mom for safety. That Shanann's mom is saying this so everybody hates Chris so much. Like, I don't know. I can't put my finger on this gut feeling I have, but I mean, not that him killing them somewhere else is better. It just seems so fucking dramatic. And so dramatic that this is what he'd come out with later. I understand wanting to be clean, but even if you found religion, why would you give those specific kind of details? This is what's been bothering me ever since I heard it. Like, it's nothing to do with NK though. She was briefed by the police. Who was briefed by the police? Yeah, House of Shells, I don't really believe that either, though. I believe that they obviously spoke to Shanann's mom, but for a while, Shanann's mom was pretty friendly with a lot of people. So I don't doubt that it came from Shanann's mom. And I also don't doubt that it may come out from the police. I don't know. It just seems... And Long Island Girl, that very well may be true. Like, it may be too much for me to fathom that, you know, you had so much time to think about it. You killed your one daughter, and then you had another one begging for forgiveness. I have a gut feeling scumbag who's narcissist is making this up to make Shanann's family suffer more. Well, I guess for that, Angel, we'll know on the 7th, but this is what the lawyer said today. He confessed all of this to his family. See, but that's what I'm saying. Everything is hearsay, hearsay, hearsay. Where are the news reporters that go to speak to Chris personally? Like, someone said there was an ABC or a 2020 interview coming up or something. These type of people revel in the details. They don't think like we do. Valerie, I know that, and I get all that, but that's not been his personality at all. And like, this may blow Amanda away, and even Tara. He doesn't come across to me like a Ted Bundy or a Iceman, where they're reveling in the details. Like, he originally didn't say anything. Like, I mean, let me say that again. From August 18th or whatever, I blew Chris Watts off. I never did videos on him because I'm like, this guy's a fucking psychopath. And I fought with so many people. Oh, you can't say that about him. Oh, yeah, watch me. Yes, I can. So, I mean, I've always said he was a malignant narcissist. I did not need Dr. Phil to say it because I've been saying it for 8 months, 10 months, whatever. But I'm starting to second guess that. And it's just like it was very, very easy to say that he's a malignant narcissist because he threw his kids in the oil tank, which is what I've said all along. But after hearing all this hearsay, it's something in my gut. I could be way off, and it could be that I just can't fathom it, but something in my gut is telling me something isn't right here. I don't know who, what, when, where, or why, but something is off, and I just don't know what it is. Blaze, and I agree with you that he had all this time, and he had all this, like, emotions, but you know, like when Iceman got busted and when Ted Bundy, they gave details immediately. Every serial killer, and I know he's not a serial killer, but every like major serial killer, whatever, or major malignant narcissist gave details instantly. Chris took all this time to come up with details that we don't even know if it's true or not. And I don't know if it's an attention thing. I honestly can't put my damn finger on it. But this doesn't make him look better. I agree, Lil Miss. It doesn't make him look better. But it makes him look 100,000 times worse, which is what the Ruzerics... Why can't I say the fucking name today? What Shanann's mom would want. They're in a lawsuit. They want Chris to look as bad as possible. You know, and again, this doesn't negate the fact that he killed them. It doesn't negate the fact that he, killed his own children and threw them in oil tanks. But, like, it almost makes me think, did he put his kids in oil tanks when they were alive? And this whole bullshit story is just bullshit. Like, how, does it sound better that Bella begged for a life rather than they were alive and I didn't know what to do with them, so I threw them in fucking oil tanks? Like, I don't know. Hey, Barbara. I agree. Parts might be off. Ruzix. I don't know why I can't say it today. There's something about it. I just don't know what it is. You know, and that's another thing that I keep thinking is like, is it possible? And I know that he may have told his family the same story, but I'm like, is it possible that he's still lying and that he actually threw the kids in the tanks when they were alive? Didn't one of them have oil in their lungs? You know, maybe Bella had oil in her tummy. Like, maybe Bella said, Daddy, don't throw me in there. Or, you know what I mean? Like, there's just something missing. I don't know what it is. It's something. The autopsy would have shown if they... Well, that's true, Stephanie. That's a good point. No oil in the lungs. All right, so we can rule that out. They're not the Ruzik's words. They're his. Nothing in their lungs. But they're his, but he's not exactly a truth teller either. Wasn't there like 300 pages missing from the report? I don't know if he's had a psych eval. Sure, details of missing oil in the stomach. I agree. Twisted some of it. Believe he planned. He hasn't admitted that. The wheels on the bus go round and round. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but something is missing in this. I don't know what. I want to say it's something big. Bella was more like him. Maybe he couldn't kill her like he did Cece. That's a good point too, Jillian. You know, maybe Bella was dropped in. Like, I guess I haven't heard his 5-hour confession yet per Dr. Phil. That can't be right though, Tiffany, because they had said, Dr. Phil's lawyer said that it came from the family. The narcissism required to kill your own kids. We can't believe anything he says. Exactly. You know, Dr. Phil did say something that I never even knew, is that, Miss White, I only skimmed through it. I read the first 30 pages and I was like, I'm bored. I know it usually is right, and that's what I'm saying. There's something, I don't know what though, that licking your lips is a good sign that it actually means that if you're licking your lips after you do something bad, it means you're trying to wipe it away. I didn't know that. That's a good sign to look out for, if your boyfriend's cheating or something. The family is briefed. They won't hear the audio till the 7th. Welcome, 85. I'm not even going to try to say it. They visited for 3 hours. All the lawyers were there, and the DA spoke out. Not her family. I'm tired of the blaming. I don't get the whole blaming Thrive. That's so stupid. It means you're lying. I never knew that, though. No, they said it means you're wiping away sins. You're wiping away what you did. I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't know that. Confession. Now we can look at everyone is licking their lips. I know, right? I was trying to think, after he said that, I was trying to think, when I confronted my ex for cheating, did he lick his lips a lot? I don't know if he did. It's such a sick story. It is a sick story. You know, and the one piece of the puzzle that got to me, it's washing away your last comment. Huh? The one thing that got to me that I couldn't seem to wrap my head around is, if he's such a malignant narcissist, this is back in, November when he confessed. If he's such a malignant narcissist, why did he tell everyone where they were? They would have never found the kids, ever. They obviously would have found Shanann, but he could have stuck to that story. That's the one piece of him being a malignant psychopath that always, bothered me, because I'm like, something isn't right there. I don't know what it is. It doesn't mean he's not, but something isn't right there. And I could never figure out that piece of the puzzle. Why did he give himself up? And then when he pled guilty, and then I started thinking today, actually, is it possible that he did snap? Not snap in it wasn't premeditated, but after he killed Shanann and Bella saw it, now he had no choice but to kill both of them. Otherwise, he was going down anyway, and then who's going to raise the kids? So, I started thinking like that today, and I'm trying to give it a perspective somewhere, instead of just automatically saying, again, yeah, he's a, malignant narcissist, aka psychopath. IQ of a sock, in my opinion. I'll agree. I agreed with that for a long time, Mac, so I agree. They may have never found Shanann. No, Shanann was pretty, easy. She really was pretty easy to find. This is my case, and I'm passionate about it. Here I wonder why he's not drinking his water and interview all the talking. That's a good point. He had 41 minutes listening to Metallica. But again, Amanda, you're going on a liar's word. You can't put a liar's word as definitive. He could be lying again. that's the one thing I don't know why everybody's all of a sudden jumping on he's telling the truth. You don't know if he's telling the truth. It could be a whole different story. My husband supervised an oil refinery. Those girls would have been found eventually. Yeah, but they would have been so corroded, I don't think they would have been able to figure out who it was. Miss Spencer has her head in the sand. He has no reason to lie this time. But not true, Brian. All right, let's say for some reason he did find religion and he became, and that's what they're saying, that he did find religion. But let's say that he all of a sudden came up with something new. I don't know. Let's say it's something different. Could you live with yourself knowing that you threw your girls into oil tanks or killed them in a premeditated fashion? Or is it easier to believe that this or this happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's easier to live with certain things, and he's been in jail long enough and alone long enough that he can convince himself of anything. Applesauce says, I've thought the same thing many of times, but I go back to the text of the co-worker the night before. Okay. Ready to bury her? I think he still has reason to lie. He still wants to look in the best possible light for someone who has murdered his children. I agree, Jenny. He definitely has reason to lie. Hands down. No, but you're a rational human being. That's true, Amanda. But I mean, just think, even Shanann haters, well, except for one, most of them are starting to see that, accept the fact that he did it. So there's no reason, like, they could lose this lawsuit or, I don't know, just something. Like, they want him as miserable as possible. What they did say on Dr. Phil, though, that I found extremely interesting is, would they have, if they knew all this then, would they have gone for the death penalty and taken chances at trial? I thought that was really interesting. And Dr. Phil was saying, no, they're, God people and blah, blah, blah. Welcome, Natural. Hi. Cute name. But THK has accepted that, like, he killed her. So he killed the kids. Like, she's actually owned that. I saw her do it last night. Like I said, she won't apologize. Hey, what's up, John? She won't apologize, but she did own it. Unlike some others. I make it to your live, and then we talked about somebody that makes my blood boil. Is disgusting from word one, canal. Unbelievable liar. This is true. He just got pressured by both family to do this, I think. Especially because of media coverage. Yeah, but is the media even really covering anything anymore? Like, nobody cares anymore. Well, I shouldn't say that. I know a lot of people care, but only the conspiracy theorists care. Darlie Rowdy, Rotier, whatever. I don't care if I pronounce it. I'm just going to go with first names. Darlie, Ted Bundy, Iceman, Dahmer, all these people had news crews that went into the police, into the jails, and actually spoke to them personally, and then conducted an interview. Why is none of that happening? Why aren't we hearing this from Chris? That's what bothers me. Rotier. I don't care. Darlie the murderer. I mean, it doesn't matter. Everyone knows who I mean. But she said I know, Jules. That was ridiculous. I left after that. I was like, yeah, okay. He's still pretending to be good. The people have been writing him, want him, read the Bible, and confess the truth. And he is that much of a kiss ass. They touched on the possibility NK could still be investigated. Yeah, I caught that. I don't know about that, though. Brian, will the prison protect him closer now? I was one of those on the fence till Discovery was released, but I have felt that NK killed the kids and he killed SW. Nah, I don't believe so. I don't think NK killed anyone at all. Um, John, if anything, John Crimes, check out the very beginning of my video. You're listed. So are you, Brian. Molly Tub, the Bible has nothing to do with it other than sucking up to his parents. It's funny that they even brought up NK now. Yeah, I agree. Hey, Mandy. Mandy, you're listed in the beginning, too. Just got talking about Dr. Phil episode and a couple of other things here and there. No one Kay didn't kill, but she knew. You didn't do anything. Did Mandy, John, Brian, just go look at the very beginning of the video. They did say that was the purpose of going out there because of the other persons of interest. 6 at a burst. 1K. I know. House of Shaws, I'm with you. And again, I don't have a problem with K. But that was like over the top. I'm like, yo, K. Maybe you should listen to our debate again. Maybe because they know he wants to appeal. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like there's something there that we're all missing that we just don't know. And it's very possible that that's what it is. It's more than possible that they're trying to, make everybody hate him because, if he files for a 35C or something, like something. I just know something is missing. I just can't put my finger on what it is. The Route 6 lawyer seemed to imply that NK was not off the hook. Do you think Kay will stop or not? I do think she will. I honestly do. That was the impression I got last night. We will hear his voice on the 7th. Are we going to hear his voice, or is it just going to be the police? Phyllis, that's what I'm saying. There's something else. There's something. This isn't it. Like, this isn't the core of it. There's something else. On the 7th, his recorded confession comes out, so we will know. 35C it's not an appeal, but it's a way for you to get another trial. It's saying that prosecution messed up or somebody messed up. And Colorado, I have to reread it, but I was going to do a video on it the other day, but I'll pull it up in a minute. Because somebody in another county is with almost the same name, but a little different, is filing a 35C. So I was looking it up, and it's not an appeal. Like, it's one you can't do an appeal, but it's some kind of Colorado thing. Maybe we aren't missing anything. They said he had some jailhouse religion. Yeah, but Mandy, I said that the other day, but I'm telling you, there's something else. I can't put my finger on it. There's just something else. There's a reason for the hold off on release left to Phil. Well, that's what I said, Brian. The family wanted it. The family wanted Dr. Phil to be released first. Maybe they didn't know that the second half was going to be on the 11th. But Janine, that's what I'm saying. I don't remember exactly what it was, but the guy in Colorado is in another county had one. So that's why I'm saying I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember that you couldn't file an appeal. That it wasn't an actual appeal, but it can get you a retrial if you're charged with like certain felonies. There is something else. And, let me like hone in on there's something else. I don't think there's something else like, like always he's, he didn't do it or Nicole did it and, he's just taking the fall. I don't think there's anything like that. But I just think there's something else to either the way he killed them or something. I don't know. I don't think he will do any form of appeal. No, I kind of do think he's going to do some form of appeal. I really do. Chris probably made a deal. If he tells the truth, then the prison would give him better protection, possibly move him. If not, he's a dead man. I don't know why everyone thinks he's a dead man. He's not a child molester. a baby. KN has she had a baby. Yeah, I read that baby. That whole baby stuff is nonsense. Jewels of Thought has a good video on 35. All right, I will definitely check that out. So Solange said Jewels of Thought has a good video on that 35C. Do you have a link, Solange? He's got 5 lives serve. What's it going to reduce him? 3. I agree. Let me just pull up the 35C. It's really simple. I can like all right. 35C in Colorado cases. I can't see chat. So if you're chatting, like, I guess I can right here. Colorado post-conviction relief in Denver, Colorado. Colorado criminal procedure. This is the 35C. Class 1 felonies can get a 35C at any time. A murder is a Class 1 felony. People convicted of crimes in Colorado can pursue post-conviction relief in an attempt to vacate their verdicts or sentences. Also called 35C, motions, petitions for a post-conviction relief, meaning after you already get sentenced. Spell out to the court all the ways that the defendant was denied his or her constitutional rights to a fair trial and sentence. So basically it's saying that Chris's lawyers, and like I'm just using Chris as an example, obviously, but Chris's lawyers decided, hey, you know what? Chris tells the FBI and the police that my lawyers sucked. They didn't give me a chance. They told me that I wouldn't be able to get a fair trial. So I went with it. And being that, you know, the whole world in Colorado here hates me or whatever county he's in, then I'm never going to get a fair trial. So he would file a 35C based on that he didn't think he would ever get a fair trial. So he took it up the ass and took all 9 accounts. That's what a 35C is. I just summed it up easily. If a court grants a defendant 35C, a judgment may be set aside or the sentence may be lessened or lifted altogether. Not going to lift his whole sentence. Below is Colorado post-conviction relief attorneys, blah, blah, blah. So that's what a 35C is. If a defendant doesn't think they're going to get a fair trial, they can file a 35C. Jenny, I don't know what a 35B is. That the one, I don't know if it's federal. I'm just going by Colorado law. Yeah, he's not going anywhere, but he's in a good prison. He could be friends with Brandon. Blasphemy is one of them. He said he killed them all, so it wouldn't matter. I agree, Heart-Shaped Box. But no, he didn't say he killed them all. Well, yeah, you're right. But he could easily say he was coerced into it. I really thought he was going to appeal. Like, I did not think at all that he wasn't going to appeal at all. Amanda could tell you that. I'm like, I'm telling you, he's gonna appeal, like something. This is not the end. And sure enough, it was the end. Oh, that's another. Speaking of Watts, I just have to say this because I thought it was the funniest thing I ever saw. So Molly was on today. I watched like 2 minutes of it, and she's like, and I don't want to get a hold of the Watts, and please don't let the Watts get a hold of me. And I don't want any Watts contacting me. Molly, believe me, they're not contacting you. Like, please. I just thought it was hysterical. When somebody mentioned the Watts, I thought of that. I thought it was hysterical. I was like, what a fucking idiot. 35B is what is actually on his plea agreement. That would mean that he can't file anything then. If I had to guess. She does have a big head, for sure. He's not contesting or fighting the civil lawsuit. Yeah, because I guess he figures he's going to be in jail anyway for the rest of his life. What's he going to get? This is part 1. Part 2 is on Monday. Mandy, I do understand them wanting to believe their son, though. Oh, absolutely. Of course they're going to believe their son. I mean, think about it. I don't think I could consciously ever think that my son killed his 2 daughters, my only grandchildren. It's not like Frankie has kids. That's his only grandchildren. Jenny, I'll look right now, but I'm almost positive that a 35B means that he can file an appeal under the law, or an appeal like that we know. But I will definitely go ahead and take a look. 35B. All right. Colorado Rule of Criminal Procedure 35B, defendants who get convicted of and sentenced for a crime in Colorado may file a motion for reconsideration in an attempt to reduce their sentence. Also called 35B proceedings, motions for reconsideration provide defendants with a second chance to argue for laxer penalties. Basically, he'd go from 5 law until, 5 life sentences to like 2 or 3. It's dumb. Now, Laura, she was the first to broadcast the story on YouTube. Who? Oh, whatchamacallit? Psycho? You might be right. No. I have no idea. I didn't care about the Chris Watts case. Thanks, Amanda. He accepted his term, I think. I think we have to hear the 5-hour on Thursday. That's what I'm saying. Thanks, Tej. I just don't think that that's it. I really, truly, and honestly believe that there's more to it. I mean, you also can't take Dr. Phil's word as diehard. You can't take the media. It's like, that's why I want to see like 2020 or somebody go into the jail cell and speak to him personally, and make an hour video on it. But, anyone following Making a Murderer knows me. And, I mean, we saw how much media, Dr. Phil, Nancy Grace, twist things. For whatever reason, they twist it. So, I kind of feel like they may be, this may be the same kind of thing. Virtual, that's exactly what I'm saying. I want to hear his voice. I want to hear him say, Bella was like, Daddy, please don't kill me. Like, I want to hear it out of his mouth. Dr. Phil's drama, exactly. Virtual, that's exactly what I'm saying. Dr. Phil's been wrong a lot before. We're going to hear, yeah, but Valerie, we're going to hear his words by the police. I want to hear him. Every other major high dollar case or whatever, we get to hear from them. We're not hearing from Chris. We're hearing from the police about Chris, which I don't like. I don't know if they're going to release the tape. People see money and views, and sadly, that's what people want. You're probably right, Melissa. Oh, they said no audio. See, there you go. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is going to sound like absolutely crazy, but like, what if everybody's lying? What if Chris knows nothing about any of this? You just never know. Roger, what are you doing here? Roger, you're worse than Mensa. Like, for real, you're worse than Mensa. Now he's a liar. He planned to kill his family. I've been telling you that since fucking August. It was just like, even the way the lawyer was talking, it was Mr. Dramatic, It was like, please. She kicked me out of her live last night because people told her I said people should stop going after the family, both family. She has major hate for Cindy. She has major hate for everyone. Roger, I thought you didn't like me with my hair straight. That's why I've never curled it again. My hubby thinks he killed the kids first to inflict the most pain on her. I thought he killed the kids first, too. I thought maybe the kids were dead at first. All right, so some people are saying that they are going to do audio. Some people say no. But until the way they did it was like so dramatic. It was like, nobody had voice inflections. Everyone was like at a funeral where you were trying to be quiet. Like, it was just so dramatic. Curly, straight, blonde, and brunette. Ah, thanks, Liz. I heard they released an audio of the interview, no video. That's okay. I mean, as long as you could tell it's his voice. I'm going to be posting the Dr. Phil in the page. It's already in there, Anxiety. I mean, I can get a better copy, but yeah, it's been in the Patreon group, thanks to Phyllis, since early this morning. I wish he killed himself at home. Hell yeah, Lynn, I'll agree with that. We'll get more out of that released audio than this Dr. Phil crap. That's true. There's a video, though, of the kids behind. Oh, that's another thing. Dr. Phil plays this video. I thought maybe like Chris was recording a voice. Now, when I'm watching it or listening to it, I was doing my makeup, so I wasn't watching the screen. And you hear this little girl's voice, and it almost sounded like exactly what Chris said, like daddy, daddy, something daddy, like don't do something. And I was like, and I stopped what I was doing. I turned around. I'm like, wow, like, was he recording her? Like, that just put a whole new spin on it. But I realized that when I looked at it, it was a different video. I think I hate Cindy as much as I hate The Offspring. Why would you hate Cindy, though? I don't have any will ill towards the parents. Can I say something, please? Absolutely, Pauline. You're entitled to say whatever you choose. If you're a troll, you'll get blocked, but you're free to say whatever you want. Hey, Harry Dix. Certain states, Dr. Phil released. Really, I never got kicked out for the most part. I was annoyed. That bloke said Chris placed the girls on the floor of the truck. But yet, when he got to the oil field, he said Bella unbuckled her belt. When, Pauline? You saying in the original interview or this interview? Because I didn't catch that. I know she's not a troll. They wanted money from Dr. Phil. That's possible too, Marion. It very well could be a lie. If so, then keeps the case going on and allows. Well, don't forget, it had to do with the lawsuit, too. I think a lot of it had to do with the lawsuit. Yeah, I don't really get the family hate either. Like, it's not their fault. It's like hating Brian because his son made a mistake. I mean, you don't fault parents. They're just doing what they do best. You know, being parents. So Virtual, I totally agree with you. Tej, maybe I missed it then, because I didn't hear that. Or I didn't catch that, I guess. The one with Critical K, well... hard to imagine the girls were alive in that truck. Yeah, I thought like he squished them in the back or something. Chris Watts has nothing to lose. Why not spin a few different versions? Rosamia, I'm with you on that. Child killer, and they're not out to get child killer. There's a case here in Ireland at the moment. Beautiful wife, 3 boys. For Chris, he goes about his work as normal. Don't believe it. Karen, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's just something's off. Nick, I said the same thing. The K actually got mad at me last night, but I was like delirious. It was like 48 hours without sleep except for 2 hours. And I was sitting there going, you know, like, oh, I'll take that apology now, Kay. And then she went on this whole big thing. This isn't about apologizing. This is a horrible situation, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, just fucking apologize. I gotta let my kid in. Hold on one second. forgot to lock the door when I took a shower. Chris is lying about the details. He planned to kill them all. Oh, Roger, you're one that used to say that Shanann killed them, so stop. Now all of a sudden you're jumping on the damn bandwagon that I've been telling you since August. Please. Don't listen to Roger. Even if he's right, don't give him the credit. Unbuckle the belt. That was you, Purple. I had a feeling it was. Remy, well, oh yeah, it was me. Oh, you mean on last night on K's? I was gonna go in as me, but I was looking for Dirk. Because I know he hit everybody else's live. Laura, on Thursday, aren't they releasing the 5 hours of audio? They said on the 7th. I believe that, and, trying to think, yeah, they said on the 7th. But I don't know if it was the audio or not. I just remember they're saying they were going to do the details. I know Dirk hit everybody's live last night. He's just an asshole. I will go rewatch Dr. Phil. I'm sorry if I didn't. Yeah, I don't remember hearing that either, Sue. So don't feel bad. I really don't remember that. Intro seems tweaked in a good way. Love it. Hair looks great. Get it? You now look 35. Thanks, Fettle by Fire. Why, I didn't look 35 before? I've been 35 forever. I've been 35 since I'm 35. Many people have changed their minds as the info will come out through it all. I don't know who that is. Linda, I can't talk. I'm in the middle of a live. There we go. I'm staying 35 forever. I gotta go get kiddo ready for his mommy. And my kid's going on his trip tomorrow. We have to go to the store. Mensa, see, that's what I was saying. Kay will admit where she was wrong. Mensa will not. Dirk looking at a big weenie. Birdie, it's very possible. I don't know. I'm rewatching a check about the floor. Yeah, Valerie, let me know, because I have not heard that before. I heard Kay said she did say that, Lisa. She did. I don't know why she said it, but she did. Mensa will never admit anything wrong. I'm surprised Roger is. The thing about the unbuckling was on Critical K's video. Friends of Jamie's said that they heard it from the family. See, but again, that's hearsay. You're right, Virgil. No one wins in this. I have no doubt both families are heartbroken. You know, that's the other thing. Everybody who wants to come down on the family they lost 2 grandchildren. You know, yes, their son is still technically alive, but they lost 2 grandchildren. So if you don't think that that's hurting them, trust me, it's hurting them. There's no reason to bash the parents for something their kids did. You know, it's not it may not be their fault. Like, they didn't tell Chris to kill their grandchildren. I think I've been under a rock. That's so sad. Hey, Deb. Welcome to QT fam. No winners family-wise, exactly. But like, if the kids weren't dead, and it was just Shanann that was dead, I would be a little more apt to be like, you raised a killer, you know, like many people. Oh, that's another thing I want to tell you guys. I don't want to forget. But I'll go back to what I was just saying because I don't want to forget. One of the biggest things that I think people are misconstruing, and I can tell you from personal experience, and I really believe that anyone in here who's been divorced, who had issues with their ex, every single divorcing mom who's been cheated on says, you'll never see your kids again. We say it out of anger. We say it out of frustration. We don't mean it. The courts will never allow it. And even though he's a cheating scumbag, he's still father of your kids. So to not believe that Shanann wouldn't possibly say that, I absolutely believe she said it. I said it too. I don't know someone that didn't. So I just want to let everyone know, like, that's one thing. Shanann would never say that. Yes, she would. Anyone. You come home, you're pregnant, and you're moving to North Carolina, because remember, she was moving in with her mom. So I absolutely, hands down, believe that she said, you'll never see your fucking girls again. So I absolutely believe that. I've heard it 1,000 times. There you go, Rose. Yeah, I'm using men, but yeah, but a scorned woman, you'll never see your kids again until the court tells you have to. But, you know, it's just the way it is. You don't mess with a scorned woman. Yes, Shanann was actually moving to North Carolina. She had spoke to her mom about it. Amanda, exactly. And she was pregnant. Hey, Shelly. Dead right. It's it myself and a lot worse. And called him every sort of bullocks. Exactly. It's hard not to project anger on them. But it's not their fault. The Watts were going on the first story. I didn't know that purple. Yeah, that's on Dr. Phil. That I forgot to say that earlier. That's what the lawyer said that Dr. Phil on Dr. Phil. He could have left it. I totally agree with that, Nick. Like, there's many things he could have done. He didn't have to kill the kids, especially at that point. Drive them to North. You know, here's another thing that I thought of. Like, why did you kill the kids? Drive them to North Carolina. Even if you had to bring Nicole with you, drive them to your parents' house. Drive them to Shanann's house. Like, either side would have loved to raise the grandchildren. Like, what were you thinking? That I just don't get. Thanks, Travis. That's because I'm cuter than Dr. Phil. He didn't have to kill any. Sleepless, I know, but, you know, I can understand killing a spouse out of rage. But, you know, that's the other thing. This is why I don't get his story. He supposedly killed Shanann because she said you're never going to kill the kids again. See the kids again. So then you kill the kids that you killed Shanann for because you were never going to see them again. Well, now they're dead and you're never going to see them anyway. That's why I feel like there's something missing in this. I don't know what it is. Something is missing. You fight for them, not hurt them. But that's what I'm saying. Like, think about that. Like, seriously, think about it. He's, on one hand, he's sitting there saying that he killed his daughter. It actually just hit me. You killed your daughters. I mean, you killed your wife because you said you weren't going to see your daughter. But then you killed your daughters, which you're never going to see anymore. There's no logic. That's why I think he's lying. Also, he practically gave Shanann a burial when he hated her. Well, that's what I had said to, I think I was talking to Kay at that point, that he had more respect for Kay than he did his own kids. At least I'm losing a couple pounds over this. You're giving me Dirk vibes. Everyone's on alert for Dirk vibes. That's for sure. Linda, I didn't mean to not answer, but I'm in the middle of a live. He didn't love them. You don't do that to people you love. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That maybe that's the piece that I feel like it's missing. He didn't love, he wanted, in my opinion, he wanted to get rid of Shanann because of Nicole. Like, he could have just got a divorce, but to him, he didn't want to pay child support or whatever, so he killed Shanann. Okay. And he was at the point with Shanann, he hated her that much. I kind of get that. I really do. I do kind of get that. So I kind of think that he is lying about, let me rephrase that. I know he's lying about the reason he killed Shanann because that part doesn't fit the story. So maybe that's the piece that I seem to be missing is that, you know what? He didn't kill Shanann because of the kids. Even if she did say that, which I'm sure she did, that's not what happened. That would also mean that she was awake with no defensive wounds. Like, the whole story doesn't fit. It just doesn't. The lawyer says he put her in the truck on the floorboard and then loaded the kids in the vehicle. Okay, so the kids were alive. I know Sweetie read your message, accidentally did that. Serendipity, full Dr. Phil. Yeah, I'll say it again. Sarah Serendipity has the full Dr. Phil on her YouTube. But they were young enough, they could have been brainwashed to not remember what Bella saw. But then drop the kids off at your parents' house. I made a huge mistake. Like, there's so many things that you could have done besides kill your kids. Like, ugh. He was more about revenge or kids or anything. I agree. But surely the neighbor who drove past to the gym would have noticed something was wrong if the girls were crying or even screaming. I don't know what you mean, Pauline. Okay, here's another. Oh, nah, that wouldn't work. Forget that. I was thinking about something, but ignore it. Could his girl seen him with his girlfriend and we're going to tell Shanann? Oh, I'm sure. He would be glad. Now my 5-year-old remembers everything. My 4-year-old did too. Now if I ask him about it, he remembered then. He doesn't remember now. 40-minute drive thinking about killing your babies. Maybe true, and both her dad and bro said Shanann would have fought him. See, that's what I'm saying. If it was in that rage where he was going to kill, or, you know, he did it because she said that, she would have been totally awake and have defensive wounds. So that's what I'm saying. It just doesn't add up. Yeah, he said, Daddy, don't do to me what you did to Cece. Why are you trying to use logic? Travis, understand, I have been one of the few that has pegged him as a malignant narcissist from back in August. I have stuck with that the whole time. There's a couple of people in here that can vouch for that. I'm not trying to justify anything. I think he's lying, is what I'm saying. I mean, that's why I never covered the case, because I was like, it's done. It's a lame case. It's over. He would have been clawed to pieces. Yeah, but fake nails won't scratch. If she had fake nails won't scratch. The guy suffers from narcissism compounded by sociopath. Oh, no, he's definitely a psychopath. He's a malignant narcissist, which is a psychopath. No one person could never understand. That's true. I couldn't watch it. I was too upset. I think you try to make it seem like it was rage instead of premeditated. I think that because the GF knew about the kids. Oh, of course the girlfriend knew about the kids. He's a proven liar and coward who kills little girls and pregnant women. Well, that's true too, Birdie. Leanne, but fake nails cannot break skin. I feel like he's manipulating. Nick, that's exactly what I'm saying. Exactly. Like, I think this is nothing more than a bunch of bullshit. Like, I think it's like half-truths maybe. That maybe there's half-truths to it, but not full truths. Like, just something's wrong. I can't put my finger on it, but something is wrong. God forbid we have to face this. I'm sure they live in hell daily. I agree. You keep asking why he didn't do this or that. The answer is... Travis, I never said why he did this. I absolutely know why he did this. He did this because he wanted to be with Nicole. That's not what I'm getting at. Lisa Marie, I totally agree. Guys, hold on 1 second. Dayton, yeah. We're leaving in 30 minutes. To do what? To go get your stuff for your trip tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, guys. I hate to say it, but back in the day, my nails have scratched. No, I actually, they won't break. I mean, I have perfectly square nails, and they won't scratch skin. I want a court case for it. Why not drop kids off with parents? Did I mishear that? No, that's what I said. I said, you know, if you wanted to be with Nicole so bad, after you killed Shanann, whatever, just drop the kids off of your parents. Your parents would cover for you. Like, until you figure out what you're going to do. But don't kill your kids. That's why he called the guys off. Yeah, but Mandy, one thing I don't remember. Are you familiar with the movie character Dirk Diggler? Rosemaria, why? Premeditation doesn't mean weeks, even days. He had 45 minutes to decide. No, but what they're saying, Liddy, is that premeditation in the sense of, you're leaving in 30 minutes, doing a live right now. Well, I've been doing a live for an hour and 15 minutes already. But I'm going to do another one later, though. I don't think the girls were alive. I do believe the delivery phases. I don't believe they were conscious. Why they add that? Spilling the tea, that's what I'm saying. Did the girlfriend have anything to do with it? Nobody knows. The awful pic of the dog covered up. Yeah, you know what, Birdie? Great point. That's an excellent point. What about the premeditation, like, with the doll? You know, and the covering of the doll. Like, crazy shit. I forgot about that. Dirk is talking about getting your channel. Dirk can't get my channel fucking terminated. Because you pissed him off, apparently. I don't... Tell Dirk I don't care. Move on. Doll thing gives me chills. I agree. And, you know, that is true, though. He did tell everybody not to come into work. So there's a really good possibility that he had this plan, like, that whole weekend. Doll letter going out to the site. That's right, the letter, too. I forgot about that. I fought with Roger about that. She is ridiculous. Dirk does have way too much time on his hands. There wasn't any question. This was premeditated. I still say there's going to be a bombshell. Norma, I am so with you on that. I think so, too. But then again, I thought he was going to fight it. I thought he was totally going to fight it, like, you know, Scott Peterson. But yeah, that letter, and I remember this because I fought with Roger about this when I first heard about the letter. He was totally planning to kill those kids, probably faster than he was going to kill Shanann. He may have planned on killing the kids before he planned on killing Shanann. Because he wrote the letter, if me or the kids turn up dead. Maybe he planned on killing the kids and then running off with Shanann, with Nicole. Like to another state or something, you know, another country. He had a row with no over the phone. He killed Bella in a rage. Had to kill Shanann and the baby. Well, that was my original thought. But everything that supposedly that's not true. Do you think Shanann would have hurt him a little? Seems crazy. Hurt him when, though? When, like, he killed her kids? Fuck yeah. He totally wanted to either frame Shanann. But that's what I'm saying. What he was doing, though, that was premeditation. If I remember the fight that Roger and I had, he was setting her up. He was setting up the fact that she was going to kill the kids. That's why it's hard for me to believe that he killed Shanann first and not the kids first. Because maybe he was planning on, hey, Carla, maybe he was planning on her killing the kids and then getting away with it. You know what I mean? Like, maybe he was going to frame her. And him and, maybe his mentality was he was going to frame her. Dane, let the dog in. That he was going to frame her and he was going to get away with it and go live happily ever after with Nicole and no kids. Maybe his stupid mentality is like that. He's not going to commit suicide. Narcissists never commit suicide. Oh boy, do I remember that fight you and Roger had. I egged you on taking Roger's side just to piss you off. See? Yeah, see, Mandy, you remember how passionate I was that he was a malignant narcissist. He was sending himself messages from his phone to his wife. The joke is 5 beers short of a 6-pack. It's true. I don't believe the girls were alive when he left the house. Pauline, I really didn't either. But all this new stuff is saying that they were. What if he's going to kill her, then kill the kids, but put her hands on their necks for Prince? Nah, he didn't do that, though. That's not what happened. They focused on NK, 4+ interviews, NK's kids. They don't have anything to charge NK with. She would be charged long ago. Travis, I agree with you. But Dr. Phil, like, kind of, on the Dr. Phil show, they kind of, like, made it that, she's still being investigated. I didn't buy it because I'm like, they've had all this evidence for so long. If they had something, they would have gone after her. So I totally agree with you. Manny, where'd your message go? He had a beautiful life. Most cheaters do have good lives. You got so pissed at me, but ended up liking me. Damn Laura Dinger. That's right. Yeah, I know Amanda does too. But Amanda, you were on my side. Mandy wasn't. The Rusick said they saw him take them out like trash. I hope they weren't watching all these conspiracy videos. He's rating hungry. He will say anything. I agree. CW is trying to take Teat off NK by saying he killed at the oil fields. That's possible too. Why did LE go out there again? He told them to. He told them. Oh, you mean this time? I think he told them to. I'm pretty sure he told them to. Dr. Phil did lie about the kids' bones being broke and stuff. Dr. Phil lies. He does. We saw this with Making a Murderer. He had Stephen Avery, and there was like this panel of Stephen Avery, and it was the biggest bunch of bullshit ever. I was like, oh, hell no. Your eyes are looking great. Thank you, David. Dr. Phil did lie. I think the only reason she came into it because the interrogation officer was baiting him. Possible. I don't think NK had anything to do with the murders. I never did. Like I said yesterday, it kind of reminds me of Everybody Wants Lady Gaga and Brendan. What's his name? Why am I so dumb at names today? You guys know who I mean. Cooper. Like, everyone wants them to be a couple so bad. I think everybody wants Nicole to be guilty so bad. She's not guilty. I don't think she did it. I was born with a baby. It helped me use my tiny thinker and challenged me to pose good arguments and research. He only came out now for a family with this whole wrongful death. Her parents wanted to clear her. He did. I agree, Janine. Who's a nasty bitch? What am I missing here? Oh, I do think that NK is a manipulative bitch, though. She had no sympathy for the murders. Was rather worried about her pathetic self and how she was going to be portrayed. Bradley Cooper, thank you. I couldn't think of his name. I'm like really dead with names today. Mensa's trash talk makes me sick. Mensa's trash talk Mensa's talk makes everybody sick, so don't stress over it. No, I think she might have known more but didn't kill him. I don't think she killed him. I really don't. They pitch us like he had this 5-hour video interview. Did he even have a 10-second clip? No, he had the lawyer telling him. This is just a mind fuck. NK's ass definitely knew more than she says. You don't know that. Jillian, I think you're right. It is the blonde getting to me. I'm telling you, I don't think that NK is involved. I don't think she knew more. I think she was just in love with this guy. And it was brand new, and they were only together for a few months, and she gave a piece of her that she never gave to anyone else. She was young. 20, what was she, 28, 29. She, good career. She seemed like a normal person. I'm not saying she's not a bitch or anything, but she seemed like a normal person. She met this guy. We have no idea what he told her. We have no idea if she even knew he was with somebody until after the fact. Like, we have no idea. Yeah, but Rosima, that's not the Dirk Diggler that's obsessed. I think once Bella walked in as kill the kids, since Bella was a witness. She knows more. She was searching on Google for Shanann. No, that was proven to be a mistake, Liz. I just think cops will bust her. I'm with you, Black Eagle. I agree with that. Makes all Google searches into a new light. NK threw wood on the fire, in my opinion. But true, I'm not saying she didn't, because she's the reason that he couldn't stand Shanann anymore. But you can't really blame her because we don't know what he told her. I mean, because I can assure you that it wasn't, in the beginning, it wasn't, hey, I'm married. I'm happily married with a pregnant wife and 2 kids. You want to fuck me? It didn't go down like that. Like, he probably lied to her. He was a scam artist. He put on the charm. Anyone that's ever been with a malignant narcissist knows that they're addictive. Like, you become addicted to them, and they're like a drug, and you can't break away from them no matter how hard you try. That's where Nicole was. I don't have cable, so I watched a recording by another channel. She has it commercial free. Yeah, I'm also gonna post that one in links in a Patreon room. Bye, birdie. Why did phone ring in Frederick? Because she works for the same company? Laura, don't you remember the emails between them in the beginning? He didn't lie to her. Yeah, but you still don't know. Maybe they were... I don't remember the emails totally. She told him that she wanted a beautiful, happy family, just like he has. Yeah, but she did not want the kids. Like, from what I remember, she did not want the kids. Like, she liked the kids, from what I remember. Anyone cheating on someone that's married is a hoe. But it's, you know, like, now I'm going to be in defense of mistresses, even though I don't know why anyone sleeps with a married man. But, you know, the bottom line is that even though she's a hoe, she wasn't married to Shanann. She wasn't the mother of those kids. She had no ties to Shanann. Don't blame her for his actions. It's like in high school, this always drove me nuts. Like in high school, they would be like, oh, you're cheating with my boyfriend. Bitch, I'm not married to you. I'm not with you. He's not my boyfriend. Like, it's just stupid fight. 51% of people blame the married person. 49%. Oh, I've seen a lot worse than that, Remy. I think more like 90% blame the hoe. No one to blame but Chris the monster. Absolutely, Carla. What's a malignant narcissist? Is it a real? No, it's a real thing. A malignant narcissist is a DSM version of psychopath. She is the reason he killed them. But sleepless. Think about this. Men cheat all the time. They don't kill their wife and kids. It's not her fault that he decided to kill his kids. That's on him. You cannot blame a mistress for that. They don't have ties to the girl that you're cheating on with. When it comes to, that's on him 100%. It's not her responsibility to be a better person. It's her responsibility to not be with a married man, period. But if she chooses to, it's his actions that matter, not hers. Could have been any girl, I agree. NK has to be a stoner with the voice. He annihilated his entire family. It's exactly right. I can't stand her either, but he did this. But she knew he was married. But, Remy, it's okay that she knew he was married. Even if they weren't married. Even if they were just dating. It's not her responsibility. She is not... all right, let me rephrase this. Let me say this better. I do not agree with cheating. I was cheated on. I've done cheating. Cheating is bad. But I would never blame the girlfriend. It's not her fault. She has no ties to me. Her actions in the process could be different, and I could blame her for those. But, her cheating with my man, guess what? That's on my man. That's not on her. He did this. He's not a victim in this. Absolutely. NK definitely lied over and over again, but she's not to blame. She's not in any way responsible. No, she's not. She didn't do it. 49% hoe, 51% in the relationship. I disagree with that, Remy. I disagree with that strongly. Lola, she won't say anything. Actually, what she said is that she never, ever said that Shanann killed the kids. That's what they're saying. That's what Dr. Phil said, Britt, that the kids were alive when they went to the oil tanks. Too many times a woman is blamed and not the man when it takes two. Okay, I can agree to disagree. I do. She is as responsible as he is. The whole world knows her as a whore. That's true. He should have just moved out in that 6 weeks. Agreed. Not only didn't do it, she wouldn't have gone along with it. Well, Black, we don't know that either, though. A man can be married and the woman could not know. Absolutely. He's a fucking liar. He played victim and NK was attracted to that even more. Absolutely, Valley. Person in relation to marriage should be held at fault for cheating. That's why 49% host scum if they know. But again, this will be a good debate for later. You cannot blame the person having, not the person having an affair. You cannot blame the other person. The other person has no ties to you. The other person doesn't owe you shit. The other person doesn't owe your kids shit. The other person, whether she's a whore or not, she owes you nothing. Nothing. She's nothing to you. Whether, we're not talking ethical. Like, ethically, yeah, she should stay away because, he's married. But she has no ties to you. She can do whatever she wants. She absolutely is not to blame. If your husband is the one cheating, then that's on him. You don't blame the other girl because she has no ties. I say 100% would have never gone along with it. She creeped the hell out of Shanann's life online. But that's what mistresses do. No married man can be taken. He shouldn't have went there. I agree. Okay, Allison, I will go with that. NK is guilty of having no morals. I will absolutely go with that. I am off in 15 minutes. And then I'll probably be back tonight. Hey, Doll Factory. She knew he was married. She was suggesting models. She had a free night in. It would not cost him anything. And that was in a text. Okay. Because he was playing the victim. I have no money. You don't blame the other woman, Laura. I am now just tuning back in. No, what I'm saying, Mandy, is that if... Remy, that's true. You can't be a homewrecker if you're not invited in. That's very true. What I'm saying is that too many people you have a cheating spouse and a cheating, you meet this guy. Whether you know he's married or not, at what point doesn't even matter. You don't blame the girl because she has no ties to you. You blame the guy, the one that you're with. He's the one that owes you. He's the one that owes his family. This home-wrecking whore should do the right thing, but she won't lose any sleep if she doesn't. And that's anybody. Anyone who's willing to sleep with a married man. That's anybody. Playing Laura's usually on around 3 UK time. I don't know what time that is regularly. Didn't Chris pay for most of their dates? No, I think she did. Yeah, but how fucked up is that mentality? She owed this family to stay away. Been on site has no loyalty. Too tragic for words. I'll agree. Can I get your email? My email is perplexedqt@gmail.com. We have a new sub, my friend Pauline. That's why he said she's not a troll. And thank you, Pauline. Question, what did they figure out on the guy that said he was 3-month affair with CW? That was bullshit, Travis. That was a bunch of trolls. I've always blamed the other woman. I guess you can't blame the other woman. It's not the other woman. The other woman doesn't owe you or your family anything. Your husband does, or your boyfriend, or whoever. You don't blame the other women. You would hope that a woman does the right thing. You would hope that a woman is going to stay away from someone that you're sleeping with. You have that woman code that you're hoping for. But the reality is she doesn't have to, and she doesn't owe you shit if she does. And that's fact. Thank you, Nicole. 6 weeks was a honeymoon for him. It was. I love Mandy's honesty too. Absolutely. I had too many clients staring at me that I had to get up and walk away to the back area and continue listening. I thought you were going to say because they all wanted you, Harry. Maybe he was linked to an affair with another man. Yeah, that was bullshit. Exactly, you have to place the blame where it evolved from. Absolutely. Women can hate other women quickly because of the woman code. I suppose that's a good way to put it. It is a woman code. You hope that they're not going to do it, but it's certainly not their fault. How they handle things is their fault. But not initially. And fuck, if a guy's going to cheat on you, they lie. I have a friend who seems to go for married men as a habit. I try not to judge, but I don't like it, and she knows it. It's horrible. I mean, it's something like that just to purposely go for married men. It's horrible. Should do a show on women cheaters versus the partners that cheat. I should do that, Sue. I just don't know that many that would come on air. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Nick. Not those type of clients. Well, I thought got some tips from Molly Go Lightly on those type of clients. Ziggy, there's girl code and bro code. Yep, been cheated on a month after my son was born. I know that feeling. NK was his only affair. Yeah, NK was his only affair. I've always got mad at the married person, not the mistress. I've always got mad at the married person too. But it also has to do with what that mistress does. Like my ex's mistress, who's now his pathetic wife, she handled things way wrong. But I still couldn't blame her. I could blame her for 1,000 other things, but I couldn't blame her for being the reason he cheated. That was on him. And that was totally on him. I aspire to be organized. Me too, Liddy. My mommy's safe. They do with you. Oh yeah. And then, believe me, in my case, he's gotten her back tenfold. People blaming the Thrive. I agree that whole Thrive thing is stupid. Thrive didn't cause you to do anything. I look and despise my ex and his multiple dick suckers behind the dumpster at his work. I stayed for a child until they turned 4, and then I finished my degrees. That's exactly right. Usually the person that we married, exactly, Long Island girl. No Molly at work. My ex brought his mistress into our home, introduced him to me and my son as a work friend, and let us stay the night. Oh, I got that too. I was lied to by every single friend he had. Phoebe, the Tinder date was fake. Tinder date was fake. That was done by accused people and accused. Single life rocks on my own master. She gave an official statement. She sounded nuts. She was young. I mean, think about it though. Whether she's guilty or not, just think about that. Imagine dating this guy that you're in love with, that you think he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and he just murdered his entire family for you. How do you think you'd feel? I think I would be a little flabbergasted. Left the underwear. Didn't Kate take that lingerie pic in the house? But I see how now he has a problem. People bend over backwards for this fuck because they refuse to believe that a middle-class white guy would do this. Meanwhile, too many killers are white. There's way more, family murderers that are white. She feels like Peterson's fry chick. A little different. Can't blame the mistress, but still... Liddy, I agree with that. I'm not saying they're good people. I'm not saying that, but it's not on them. They're not the ones that do it. The lawyers he talked to said Chris was happy to see them and happy to talk to them. He's manipulating the whole world. The truth will eventually come out. Stephanie, that's exactly what I'm saying. She had Gloria Aldred in front of her. Ha ha ha, Travis. If I was NK, I would feel less of a person who wouldn't be able to show my face because of feeling ashamed. I agree with that. I've been single a couple years now. Frey had the decency to help the cops, and she didn't know. Yeah, but she, Remy, you can't assume that she knew that he was going to wipe out the whole family. Watch Dr. Phil back that thought in mind. It changes. He's a liar and a narc, and we know he's manipulative. But he's not smart. Did Frey do a book? I don't know. Single 9 years now. I'm okay with it. Thanks for live. Love you. Thank you, Teach. I got 5 minutes left. I like these like midday trysts. I know I don't think anyone thinks anyone will wipe out their fam. Exactly. Like maybe the wife. I can see maybe, all right, I mean, look at Patrick Frazee, you know, like I can see that kind of plan. Let's wipe out my wife so, you know, we don't have to deal with her anymore. I don't know what people think in today's time and day and time, but I'll probably be on around 8, 9. But I want to put together a show about this cheating thing. About who's to blame. That's why I'm just about NK. I really, 8 o'clock. Well, 8 o'clock Central. Men in Colorado, not great marriage material. Fuck yeah, you got that right. Mandy, you want to play both sides? You want to do a come on tonight? We'll do a chat about cheaters. What was the Sarah chat? Oh, it's Sarah N. Sarah, Sara, then N, and then Dippity. Right now it's 3:41. I'll be on at 6, and then y'all come roll into Laura. All right, yeah, let's do something about cheating. Who's to blame? Is this your lunch break? I work at mornings. I work 5 to 1. And today I left at 12 so I could take a shower. Be great if you can get a cheater on. Ooh, I'm sure there's plenty. I don't know. Mandy, you know any cheaters that would come on? Laura, affected by tornadoes. Tornadoes were like 4 hours for me. But I did use it to sleep 2 hours yesterday. Yeah, it was really far from me. You can hate NK. You can think she's a whore. At the end of the day, he was married. He had a family. His fault. Absolutely. Catch up from peeps that work today. And then we can roll right on over to the cheater talk. Works for me. I'll set it up. Go lightly. Still's not washed her hair. She said she only does it once a week. That she only washes her hair once a week. I was cheated on, but never a cheater. I was both sides. Been a doctor with my mom most of the day. Oh, I hope she's okay, Carla. Any cheaters? I was the other woman once. Not with a married dude. Though, but it was a 4-year relationship he had with his woman. It's also sad that he had to do is divorce her. Exactly. I mean, don't take this wrong. I'm not even so mad at him that he killed Shanann. Meaning that, like, people do kill spouses in a fit of rage. But, I mean, granted, they would call the police. I can see it happening. There was so much of my relationship that I saw in that breakup that I can relate. I can totally relate to that anger, the hatred, you forget that you once loved this person. Like, I get that. The kids absolutely can never see. There's no justification ever whatsoever. I'm a new sub. I'm enjoying your channel. Is your channel... Sandra, I have another channel. My main channel, which is PURPLEXEDQT, that's where I do most of my crime channels, my crime talk. This is like all my lives. But that's where you find my main channel. This is actually a brand new channel. I just started in February. I can a wife killing a mistress. I was in my I was the other woman one too. I mean, I was once another woman. I was 28. My divorce ended when I was 28. So yeah, I was 28 or maybe 29. I was another woman. I had no ties to her. But Shanann could have kicked Nick's ass. Not pregnant, she couldn't. All right, guys, I am going to cut this. I got to take him to go get all his stuff for tomorrow. Thank you, Phoebe. And somebody else posted it, too. I think Fun posted it. Yeah, thank you, Fun. Fun, you sure you don't want a wrench? A lot of people get divorced that age, especially if you're marrying. Okay. There you go, fun. Now you're a mod. All right, so Mandy, I'll see you at 8. Try to find a cheater. I'm trying to think of. I mean, I know a few. I don't know if they're willing to come on though. Thank you, Mel. Thanks. You're welcome, guys. I will see you guys at 8 tonight. So tonight's topic will be mistresses and cheaters. I'll set it up before I leave. This is like the shortest live I ever did. It was only an hour and 45 minutes. Yeah, Mandy, find a cheater. Let's see. I know, right? I wonder if I could get someone on. I mean, I know a few really big cheaters. I don't know if they'll do it, though. Stop, Buka. Oh, you want to see Buka? Oh, you can't even see him. What? Pain in the ass. Stop. All right. I will see you guys later. 8 o'clock. Amanda, you're not here enough to get a wrench. But Fun has been amazing with everything. Always like promoting. And when the last couple times I asked her if they wanted a wrench, she said no. But now she said yes. All right. So I will see you guys at 8 o'clock. And who lies? I did. I asked Fun like 5 times if she wanted a wrench. She told me no. It's like, no, I don't want one. I don't want one. I definitely look with the blonde hair. Mel, I thought you were from the other channel, Mel. All right, so I will see you guys at 8 o'clock. Peace. And don't forget, check out my other channel. Check out the other videos. And don't forget, become a Patreon and have fun. I'll see you guys later. Peace.